Welcome back to the 15th episode of The Weave. We got,
Joe,
oh yeah, he's checking in.
what happened to getting on inside us? Find out next time.
So yeah, we're out of initiative, so I'm gonna change this music. Where are we?
Didn't make friends with the snake.
And you left all the bodies up there, all the ones that died. You grab all your things. You're outside now, and you see when you come out, you both guys, Niall and Millie. You see Silas and Genhorn kind of like catching their breath. They look very much hurt. There are two dead flying snakes on the ground. There's blood everywhere. Yeah, there are two halves of a snake, one with each wing. Really weird cut. And what do you do?
We cleared up shop there, guys. What happened to you?
There was a snake.
There was a lot of snakes.
I think Silas had a bad experience. But anyway, we got these two snakes for dinner, I guess, so we can make some stew with these. I'll put them away.
You're gonna hang it from your belt, kind of like a trapper type.
What happened to the woman? I went up in the top floor and I gave her a few blows, but there were too many of them to deal with. I retreated down and then the snakes just came after me and it's been...
Oh, I think Millie finished her off.
We tried to apprehend her, but yes, really slaughtered her.
She was rude.
Yeah,
she had
surely
some
grabbed me by
weird
the horns.
spirits and stuff and all sorts of things going on. Yeah.
There was a ritual going on in there as well. Something...
Yes. That's what this guy is all about.
Is he alright?
Oh, you got him.
Yes, he can speak. You can say stuff. These are friends.
And are you with the watch?
I've got questions later. It's okay.
Oh, I need water. Do you have water?
Yeah, there was some, there were a few, like 30
Okay, yes. Use that water, start pouring all over his face. He has like cracked lips and...
yeah, I can't really do much for him right now.
Take him back
In
and
there, back.
get rested up, and then we'll ask him some questions.
Yeah, that sounds like a good plan. Can do the rest, I think.
I found all these papers too.
He's got lots of loot.
Yeah,
Look at her. Look at the small arms. Look what she's doing.
I mean,
Do you want to put that in my backpack?
Sure.
flying snakes though. Surely no coincidence that they've got flying snakes.
Oh, we should have checked them for like tattoos like the others.
Did you not?
I did.
Okay.
They had physical flying snakes.
Yeah, but I mean maybe they're just like...
Could be coincidence.
Maybe it's just a thing going around. Like these robots, I don't know.
Welcome to go back up.
I need a rest.
I'll go up.
Do you want me
You're
to
gonna
take-
go up?
I'm gonna go upstairs and...
Do you want me to take the paper?
Alright, good.
I'll put it in my backpack.
So you got all the papers, yeah?
I'm going upstairs to check for snake tattoos on some of the bodies.
Okay, so the first two bodies you see is the one that melted. That one is kind of like a bit fucked. But there's the other one that got like a guiding bolt in the chest. And that one, yeah, you see a snake tattoo on the forearm.
I'm gonna grab his weapon as well because those are expensive.
So they had, those guys, they only had like daggers.
Alright, go.
Okay, so you can grab like the 4 daggers.
Some buckets would be really expensive.
Billy, check the whole room.
And what else do you check?
I mean, if I'm gonna go back up to the room, then I'll just check for anything else. Other weapons I can steal because I know they're expensive. Anything that's metal and shiny.
Okay, make a general investigation check.
I mean, you can't
Start going
miss
through
it.
things, see.
That's
12. 12. So in one of the cabinets, you find a potion that has a weird clear liquid, and there are like kind of like some impurities drifting inside, kind of like granular stuff or something like that. And you also find cracked, like crystal ball. It's a small sphere, kind of like made of glass, thick glass. Weighs about a pound, but it has like it's cracked on one side.
Okay. I just grab everything, all of those things. 'Cause that's not
Okay,
much.
so you grab the potion, you grab those are like the things that catch your eye. The rest of the things is just cutlery. There are a couple of bottles of wine. You can grab them, you know. Okay, you leave the wine. So, but it is cutlery, glasses, plates,
I think you need to open an N.
a tray.
I'll leave all that.
Yeah. Okay. That's most. And there's a book there in the thing. What's it called? The
A book.
lantern. A book.
If there's only one
Oh,
book,
if it's on the lectern, I'll get it.
Yeah, it is open. It is all in a language. What languages do you speak?
Celestial, Common, and Halfling.
When those people were chanting, what language was that?
What language do you speak?
'Cause I speak Infernal.
You speak Infernal. Yeah, they were chanting in Infernal. And you also, by the way, because you speak Celestial, you can understand it, but you recognize that this book is written in Infernal.
Right.
And they were chanting the name of Bane. Bane or Prince, blah 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 blah. It was some kind of weird, very rhythmic incantation.
I'm going to keep that page open and I'm going to bring it down and show him the book.
Yeah, so you keep it, bring it down. You put all the things in your backpack and you bring it down. Yep. Millie comes with a book.
I found this book. It's infernal. You seem to read that.
that's not all you bloody found.
Oh, I found some daggers.
Did it again.
I took anything that's shiny and you thought it might be worth money, but this was on the thing next to the circle, and that seems to be where they do their magic stuff.
Yeah, they were. Have a look. They were chanting Infernal when we were on the scaffolding,
Oh yeah.
just talking about Bane a lot.
Should we do it at the house?
Have a quick look.
So the page that it was open in appears to be some kind of summoning spell, not spell, but ritual. Ritual. And you think it might have. Okay, make an Arcana check.
10.
10. You're not entirely sure what would attempt to exactly do, what kind of portal to open or what to summon, but it is definitely something summoning.
I don't know enough about it, but.
And it explains how to like prepare a circle of summoning.
Why is she running it? She might be one step away from turning into fucking Bane.
Looks like they were trying to bring some in through from the hills, I guess.
Well, they all had that tattoo on them, the snakes. So
Oh, okay. Well,
maybe they were getting more snakes.
Why are they entering? You're right, we should get back.
It's the streets and I have a body on my shoulder.
Close the book. I'll just put the book in my
Your backpack.
bag.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is bound with some kind of leathery thing that looks like an animal leather. It has a bit of a furry kind of like surface in the exterior, as if it was kind of like rabbit or something like that.
Should we head back?
Yeah.
Okay. You head back to the manor.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Might as well sell the daggers on the way.
It's getting late.
It's too late. in the day.
Before you reach the manor, Millie, you notice a weird vibration in your badge. Where do you have it? normally?
Just in my pocket, I guess.
Okay, so yeah, you feel something.
Pull it out.
Okay, so on the blue side, there are 3 runes that have lit up, and they're glowing very softly.
And look at the red side.
Nothing.
Blue side.
Yeah, and the 3 runes are there, kind of like glowing. Like the shape is kind of like glowing, almost following a pattern.
That's pretty.
Do you know how to do this? I think they're trying to speak to me, but I don't know.
Maybe if you put it to your ear, maybe. Do you recognise what the runes mean?
I'm just gonna trace the thing.
Okay, when you trace it, you notice that they change color. So it was like kind of like glowy white, and it becomes an orangey color, and you go zoom, zoom, zoom. And when you trace it, the whole thing lights up in kind of with a bluish glow, and you hear a voice in your head. Yeah, it doesn't matter how far you have it, you still feel the connection in your head. And the voice says, Millicent, I was told you had some important urgent information for Dree. I am Bogendra Summitry and Summit Train, and pleased to meet you.
Hello. She says I have important information. Oh, the robot.
Who are you
Yeah.
talking to?
It's a person from the Watchful Order. So we came today to tell you that there was the
Nope.
the robot thing that you
No.
got from the Captain Zord. I don't know if you know where you got it from, but I think it has some kind of magic on there that you might not be aware of. We've seen other ones and they've been doing weird things like explosions and stuff. I think there might be some magic that they can see through at the very least.
And where did you learn of this information?
Oh, well, I think it's to do with the dragon that's in the bay. We spoke to him and he said that the people who make and sell the robots, they have been gathering. They stole his mother's crystals, and I think he's been using that with the robots to be able to see through them so he can spy on people. So he's selling to nobles, so he knows what's going on all over already.
You know when you hear it out loud all at once, it sounds a bit crazy.
Who, apart from me and
I'm more convinced than ever.
the receptionist,
Talon knows about it.
okay, Talib, who else have you spoken to? Who else knows about this?
I think that's it. We don't know anyone else who has these robots. The dragon knows. Well, he doesn't know about the robot. He knows about the crystals.
Okay, we are aware of a certain magic, and measures have been taken to keep the construct safe, and, if possible, even use the fact that we know what he might try to do to our advantage.
Do you know why he's doing
We have our suspicions, but it doesn't matter. What matters now is that you don't share this information with anyone. We must avoid Captain Zord or other potential interests behind these constructs to learn that we know. They don't know that we know, and we want to keep it that way.
it? Well, they're causing problems. I mean, it's fine that you know and you can do whatever you like, but people died the other day to this.
Yes, I know, and
And
I read the report by Blastwind, and it is very unfortunate, and we will get to the bottom of this eventually, but unfortunately for the time being, there are more important things than... There are more important things regarding this matter than caring for as many lives as we need. There is a greater good we're after. I know it's hard to hear this.
Well, I happen to know some people that are going to visit him tomorrow to maybe look at buying one of these things and finding out more about his business and maybe their lives are in danger. And what can I do for those people?
Okay. Unfortunately, I cannot share certain information with you. It's a bit above your pay grade right now.
Right.
I suggest that if you do get involved in any way or manner with Captain Sword, you report back to me exactly how that went. I am very interested in learning more about
Okay.
his plans.
Sure, we'll let you know tomorrow.
And if there are more potential clients interested in these constructs, well, we'll have to accept that as acceptable risk.
Okay.
We need to keep our momentum in this spine
Everybody
situation
else hear
going.
this? Sorry, she's still talking.
That's all, Millicent. Thank you. Thank
Okay.
you for your concern, and don't ever mention this to anyone again, and don't worry about it.
Oh,
About our construct, at least.
right. Okay, I'll put it back in my pocket.
Yep.
She says we're not supposed to speak to anyone about what we know about the constructs because they're doing some stuff.
Did we tell Vincent Trench about it?
Yeah,
I've already told people.
I didn't mention it about him because I thought maybe it's best they didn't know about him because
How did they come across?
Who was it?
it was bug entry.
Did they have a threatening edge when they asked you not to talk about it?
They said that it's for the greater good.
What if they're in League's resort and you know because they brought it into the institute that you're in, so
Right.
what if they know and they don't want you telling people because they don't want other people to know that they're...
I think there's this quarantine, but maybe that's just quarantine for me because I know, because I'm trying to do good and maybe you're right, but
It seems strange for them to call you up and be like, oh, don't let anyone know.
Some fully corrupt way of thinking of things. He's superiors.
So I've known people higher than me that are more corrupt.
so we, I don't really know how to deal with that. We shouldn't tell anyone, but we don't necessarily trust these people who are saying not to tell anyone. So maybe we could tell people, but why would we tell people? So
We already did tell people.
Yeah, we can't take that back.
So we told some people, but maybe we should tell more people, or maybe we should find out why they don't want us to tell people. It's greater,
Well,
good kind of situation.
it kind of sounds like if they want people to know, is that because they know, then they can use that knowledge to kind of like, what's the word, trick whoever's watching them to believe
Yeah.
in what they want them to believe.
What, like, falsify?
Yeah,
Have conversations. in front of them.
misinformation.
Yeah, no, maybe that's true.
This is too much thinking. Let's do what we've always done.
Yeah,
Just go with our gut.
go with our gut, yeah.
We know best.
Work for us today.
What about...
Oh, by the way, you better keep order of these just in case you find yourself in trouble again.
Where the hell did that come from?
And these are the potions you gave me like a few days ago.
Me?
to
It
look
would have
at.
been...
I know, someone gave it to you.
I'm not as strong as I once was, I don't think.
I got another one, but I don't know, it's probably...
Oh, I found this one. If you want this one, I don't know what it
What's
does.
that one?
It's weird looking. It's not the same.
Can we take a look at it?
Hold this up next to it.
Let's have a look in, let's have a look
No.
in the house.
Do I recognise?
This is a clear liquid. It's not
like a
red.
quick kind of anything...
Make an intelligence check. You cannot add your proficiency in alchemist kit because you don't have it here. You need to examine it.
Ooh, 18.
18. You can definitely tell that there is some kind of alchemical element to it. That this potion is designed to have a certain effect. You will have to examine it with your kit to try and
That's
figure
the
out.
herbalism, not alchemy.
Huh?
Herbalism. It's what's his name? Your cousin that's got the alchemy.
Oh yeah, sorry. Yeah, no. With and it is not natural. It that you would know. It is not made of herbs like healing potions. This one is an alchemical product.
Where did this come from?
It was upstairs.
Oh, it's probably something bad.
I mean, it could be
Don't
good.
sniff it.
Okay.
Don't drink it.
Oh, okay.
Just keep it closed.
They were alive too.
My father might know.
Well, we could Egan. Is it Egan? What's his name?
Elgin.
Elgin.
Yes, we'd all like to forget him.
Maybe we can make him drink some happens.
I mean, we could get him to take a look at it before we kick him out.
Oh look, we're home already. So we're going to ask him in the basement.
Actually, speaking of, I presume we're walking back to the house.
Yeah.
Speaking of Elgin, tomorrow, you know Davil, the pre-boy that's always at the,
With the orc lady.
yeah, with the York lady. Him, a guy called Mr. Weirdbottle, also known as Schemo, which is probably the least trustworthy name, I think.
Mr. Weird Bottle.
Yeah,
Right,
and
okay.
someone called Istrid are apparently going to come around tomorrow afternoon to talk about their drug empire.
Do they have to do that here?
Well, to no one's surprise, word's got out that Elgin's been making drugs. And people that obviously operate in a similar area to him aren't particularly happy about it. So, yeah, he's made himself a few enemies already in that marketplace.
Haven't got enough of those.
Yeah, so luckily, obviously, we're on good terms with Davil, so we'll see if we can iron something out there.
And we still have to go to the bloody theatre.
Yeah, and
And the City of the Dead.
what's the City of the Dead
Those
for?
bodies we left there. We had to clean up. Remember the assassins?
Oh yeah, you can do with that though. It's fine.
Maybe a day off tomorrow.
Well, I've got to do
I'll do that one tonight.
I've got to do that drugs drop off tonight as well, haven't I? With Elgin introduced me to a contact. I look like shit as well, so I should at least get some stewing. So maybe some of us go see the dead, some of us do that. When's Kath getting back as well? Did anyone mention when he was off too?
Who's Ket? No idea.
Yeah, he said he was going to go meet some contacts, not to
Yeah.
worry about him. It could be any amount of time.
No, I know.
Doing that.
Maybe he ran into
Really
flying
around the
snakes.
drugs drop off.
The ones you left. Get away.
I mean, yeah, I could go look for him, but it's a big city, so.
If whoever he's meeting doesn't want us around, so we don't want to spook them.
Probably
Yeah.
people from Icewind Dale, yeah.
Well, seems like it. Lots to do though.
Well, I'll get these snakes on for the stew then, if everyone's alright with snake stew.
They're poisonous though, mind.
Well, only the bits inside where they're poison. We remove that bit.
Yeah.
You
so
should,
as long as
you
you
should,
know what
you
you're
should,
doing.
you know, how many times have you done this
It's
before?
not the whole snake.
How many times have you
I mean, you know, with your natural knowledge, that yes, they have poison sacs. You will have to make a roll to make sure you remove them safely.
Well, I can be like extra safe, like half.
Oh, okay, if you
Yeah.
you don't care about waste, yes.
Yeah.
All the poison's in him anyway.
But yeah, you can actually remove them. If you know what you're doing, you can remove the sacs. So then you can like squeeze the sacs into a vial and essentially harvest the poison. You need to know what you're doing. You need a poisonous kit for that.
Every other character of yours would have done that. Just saying.
With or without the poisonous kit.
I got it!
So
Like,
we are down its
A little
mouth.
poison in the hands.
Can't you have it like a little poison bomb so you keep the sack and then just throw it at someone?
Throw that snake.
It's no, because this poison is an injury poison. You need so they are like ingested, inhaled, and this
Yeah,
is
it's not like a
injury.
vapor
Yeah,
or
you need to
anything.
cut with
The blood.
Don't worry about that, you've got store blasters.
I do still
Could have used that. If you were in a bit of trouble.
I never
The
got
snakes.
Just
To be honest with you, the whole thing, just as a quick review of what happened, you guys made a racket down there. Don't know what you were up to. We were on our way down the scaffold and we heard a big bang.
I mean, we opened the door. When we
Okay.
went in, we were saying hello, trying to get someone to come to the
How
door.
did you open the door? Did you bash it down?
No, you
No, it was locked from the inside, so I lifted up the bar and then we opened it.
Okay. Well, that made a bit of a clatter. You fell off a ladder.
I mean, there's nothing wrong with that. There's distraction down. That's distraction. That's
No,
what
that's fine, but
We were doing that.
Gravity is not my friend.
So why were you outside then if we caused all the destruction?
no, but then I tried to. I heard them rushing around, like you say, distraction, and then I bloody slipped on the snow, face planted the window, and they all rushed over, and the whole thing went.
So you made the noise.
Well,
That's why we had only 2 of them to deal with.
They were only looking out the window because of the.
We made all these great distractions that we were still.
Yeah, my point was we all got very unlucky.
I think we did great.
Well, not as unlucky as they are.
Well, no, they're dead.
They
So,
are.
Yes.
but actually, wait, are they dead? Didn't these guys get knocked unconscious by the thunder wave? Because Lucas did say specifically.
They got thundered and smacked against the wall. They don't have weapons at least.
Yeah, roll
Well, that.
Ooh, there's one.
How
Well, that
those-
one is dead. Ooh, the other one rolled a 4 and a natural 1. Both dead.
Oh,
well, there you go.
hemorrhage.
Yes, I believe I killed them. I did a lot of killing in there.
Also, who's Lucas?
So you reach the manor and you notice in the balcony the cat, Sophie's cat, Trix, is kind of like on the railing there, sitting down, tail like lazily wagging, not wagging. What is it? What cats do with the tail?
Swaying.
Okay, yeah.
Where's the
It's,
balcony?
it's doing that.
What room is the balcony in?
It's on my room.
Okay, good.
And as soon as it sees you all, it jumps into the balcony and slips inside. And then a moment ago, Sophie, Squidly, and Nat, they all come out, and Skoda,
Onto the balcony.
onto the balcony, and Squidly goes, guys, they took Elgan and James. They took Elgan the watch.
The watch?
The watch took Elgan and James
Why?
because they came here to say, oh, we need to.
Did they knock and say who sent them?
Well, did they? One of them was talking about the bodies that you left here, but then one of them was checking the tap room and they went there and there was a bit of a scuffle. Something happened. I heard like a commotion, and then Jenks ran downstairs to help Elgin, and they got arrested.
Who went down there?
One of the watch people.
Did you get a name?
No.
Face? Let's. Right. Unbelievable.
Shout in the street.
Right, as we should eat dinner first.
We're
have a
we'll
rest,
come up and meet you.
because
No, you come down.
Okay. And they all rush inside.
We've had a long. We need a bit of a rest before we make any hasty decisions.
Looks like I'm not doing that drug delivery.
So let me go and put some stew on.
Might
Okay.
bug the whole place now.
So they all run into the tap room, and they all start talking at the same time. And say, and then one of them stayed behind, and they called the dance sweeper guild, and the dance sweeper guild came with a cart, and then they took the bodies, and they took the bodies to see of the dead, and they said, this is not the last you hear from us, and then they said you can't push everyone around us like that, and then why are you making the drugs in the cellar? And then Elgan was like really angry, and he threw some kind of like smoke bomb. He tried to like make an escape and make a run for it, but then at the same time, James was really pissed off, and James ran after, and they started to like kick one of the watch people, so they got arrested. They all got taken away, and they said, "Look, I know I don't care how important you are. You cannot do this here, and you have children with bodies." And they just kept talking and saying this is crazy. And they said more watch will come for you guys.
Where did they take them?
Oh, to the local magistrate, they said.
So he's definitely your cousin then, getting himself arrested.
Right. Who's looking after this one?
Which, what are you pointing at?
The body on my shoulder. The man.
The man is like, what's going on?
Feed him. Wash him. Children.
The stews on.
Oh, we're not washing that guy.
Make sure he doesn't escape either.
He's-
If he tries to run, stab him.
Don't stab him. How? What? So the watch, you presumably told the watch to come clear up the bodies when you went to see them.
I said, don't go in. I said, didn't I? Don't go in the
You
basement.
did say don't go in the basement. Yeah.
Why would you tell them not to go in? Why would you
Because-
not leave out
Well,
the
he's-
basement?
he's one of
I
the-
have
one of the
authority.
greyhounds,
If they came
so-
here looking for bodies, they would check the whole place.
Yeah.
Well, the children could have told them where the bodies are. I reckon you planned this, didn't you? You've wanted Elgin gone.
I didn't want
You
James
tipped him
gone.
off. Well,
I
no.
wanted
No, he
Alvin
didn't
gone.
want. He wanted.
I wanted already
Alright.
arrested.
So
for dealing drugs.
Making drugs.
if we're doing an escape plan,
There's no escape plan. I'm going to go down there
okay,
and have a word.
all right.
With
well,
my badge.
Let's just have some dinner first, because
I just want to advise that you probably legally cannot use your badge to try and get someone who was making and selling drugs out of jail when they were committing a crime.
Right, we can get Jenks though.
No.
That's fine.
But we can say we were undercover
As what?
as drug dealers.
Yeah.
But,
And now they screwed up the whole operation.
But he was making them.
He was
I mean,
making them.
if he was just dealing, then he'd be taking them and moving them, and that's fine. You're not making more drugs. Not.
well, no, it's
Adding
the
to the
next
problem
step in the supply chain. We had to work our way up to get
It's-
deeper.
True, that was part of the plan, but I mean, you have already got yourself arrested once today. Maybe just we need to really
He can
approach
do it
this.
again.
And then what? We break
Get out
them all
from,
out.
from the inside.
Yeah.
Like
We'll take down the city watch together, take them all out. Yep.
start a coup.
Look, I just I
You
don't
stay behind.
want to remind you, but that I'm already somewhat suspect to the City Watch here.
So
Yeah.
you stay
As is
here.
Kev. I don't want you making an enemy of the City Watch. For
They're already an
our
enemy.
house.
They said they'll be
I
back.
think- I
They're
think-
the City Watch. Like I shouldn't
Yes.
be the one to say
I'm a
this
bloody
to you
greyhound.
guys. And I was in the Thieves Guild.
It sounds like the power has gone to their head and they are out of control. That's how I'm reading the situation.
I feel like it's best that we just keep a low profile and don't. We have Xanathas trying to kill us. We have Zentrim trying to kill us. The Growlhuns are doing something. Captain Zord's going to try and kill us as of probably tomorrow afternoon.
So if we leave this, if we
you're-
leave this situation
The snakes-
unexplained,
The snakes are after
then
us.
they're gonna think it's all dirty.
yeah, but you're
We need to convince them it's not.
you're making more enemies. I already had people come and kill me. Not kill me. Well, nearly today and yesterday and probably the day before. I can't.
Yeah.
We just need to be a bit more tactful and not get
What if
so much
Elgin's
scrutiny.
gonna blab and talk about all kinds of things.
Oh, he doesn't know that much.
Dig us in a bigger hole.
Oh, Jenks wouldn't say a word. Don't worry.
Jenks-
Jenks is just like
I'm not
we
worried about
we know how
Jenks.
to deal with the watch. We don't talk to the police
But why did he try and hit them?
Elgin's an idiot.
because Jenks kind of like likes Elgin because Elgin was teaching him how to do some alchemy stuff.
Was Jenks the one that stabbed the guy as well?
No, that was
No.
Squidly.
That was Squidly.
That's good.
Right, let's eat this. Double time. Millie, you're with me. You two stay here.
Well, I'll
No, we'll
better come just in case.
No,
Well, I'll hang back.
the only force we need is this.
look,
Right.
we'll be in the area. How about
But
that?
yeah, we're in the area. Yeah.
Okay. So you're gonna go to a local magistrate. It's not far off.
After we
Get a
short rest.
Yeah. Let me take this map away.
I will spend one hit.
Put them in his.
Short rest of enemies.
Have a scratch.
Everybody.
And
Oh,
yours.
I
Yours.
don't, I don't
Alex,
actually regain
and
anything.
the other guys. Yeah, you have that guy now too.
Alex. And just
Yeah.
that.
Just give me that.
7 plus 1. Turns out I had already used the hit dice today.
Plus 6 plus 3. 9. I can do maths.
So we get, how does it work? We get all our hit dice back
No,
at the
half
end.
of them.
Huh? Half of them back at the end of a long rest.
Yep.
But we have to spend our hit dice that we have.
I think you only. I can't. I think you get them back after a long rest if you don't spend them, or so. You can only spend the ones that you
Look,
still have.
Where's the yeah?
I now have one hit dice left, right, for today. So
Yeah.
when we do a long rest, I can only spend that one hit dice, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
And then I'll get half of the total back.
Yeah, correct. Well, you know, you get half, and then you
And
can
then you
spend the
spend.
other at the end. Put the man on map if you want. Oh no, sorry, no, Waterdeep. That's fine.
Yeah, there we go.
So yeah, you're going to the magistrate house. Change the music here.
Or should we?
This is the first time that hit dice are going to start being like a
Yeah.
fucker.
Should we have a long rest first and level up?
Nope.
That was in character.
Okay, so you go there. It's quite late now, but yes, it's still open. It has a really nice standard, kind of like X-Flying standard, one of those that stick to a wall with a almost like a curtain, and with the symbol of Waterdeep, the water, the horizon, and the moon, kind of like a horn like that, like my thing on the screen. It says Magistrate, official office of the Magistrates of Waterdeep, North Ward, and there.
I assume, sorry, just when we left, we gave like that guy a blanket and we're just like, we'll be back in a bit, just try and rest up, and gave him some
Yes.
stew. We didn't just like put him down.
Yeah.
Talk to him, just
You left the
fuck
kids.
off.
The kids will start preparing the stew for the guy. So you left the guy there. I imagine.
And not letting him escape.
Yeah. Stab him.
Come
You
back and
said-
tell us.
you told Squealy. So
What's he got?
some of them are cooking, and Squealy has the knife on the guy. So you all go. Okay. So you reach it. Do you enter?
Wait, before we go in, I'm just gonna try something I saw Kev doing that I've seen a couple of people do.
So you're coming in.
Not like this, because they'll know who I am. Because you've already been in trouble with them once. I'm just going to concentrate and just change my appearance to be that of a regular man.
Regular man. Okay. You go. Your horns disappear, and yep.
So I kind of look like me, but yeah, without the tiefling
Okay.
features.
Sure.
Is it working? Am I blending in?
You are definitely different.
I don't like
What is your
And-
name?
100% more attractive.
I think it's weird looking.
Digby.
Digby. I
Digby
recognise
Strange.
that. I recognise that name.
No, and I'm a cobbler.
A cobbler.
What about Biff
Hang on.
Longsteel? I've always liked that name.
How about if I do that? I'm Digby Strange, and I'm a cobbler.
Yes, but why are you in this group then?
Yeah.
Why do I need you in there if you're just a cobbler?
He's the party's cobbler.
Wave this around and say, look,
You,
you better release him, I brought my
Can you take a look at
cobbler.
my shoes?
How about if I say that Jenks is my son, and he's been hanging around with a bit of a I don't know what my voice is doing.
Isn't Jinx the half?
No, Jenks is the portly wizard guy.
Okay, sorry.
You've loaned us your child for
He was-
our investigations, yes.
I live on the same street. I live on the same street as you on Troll Skull Manor, and he sometimes comes around with the other children.
Yeah, and unfortunately he has had a bit of a bad time lately after his mother died
In an explosion.
in an explosion.
Yes.
And
Right.
he's going to be upset, and that's probably why he's been
I'm doing the
acting out.
talking.
Yeah.
Tight formation. Follow me.
Remember, my name
Magistrate
is
out.
Digby Strange, and his name is
Yes, got it.
Jenks Strange.
Keep it tight.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Okay.
Okay.
Lyle Gwethin,
But-
grey hands, coming through.
So you pull out the badge,
Yes.
just like that,
Yes.
and you barge into
I
the.
might just like hold back a little bit behind, just like.
The door is locked.
So you all by no, there are like two doors, and there's a single guy with a halberd. It is quite like fancy, official looking. He doesn't look like the normal watch that kind of like patrols the city. This one is kind of like protecting the magistrates, and has a really nice like more pointy helmet with a bit of a feather, not feather, like the thing that hangs on the back. And as soon as you go with the badge like that, he goes, sir, what do you want?
Don't stop walking. Keep moving.
As you are, let me look at the badge. He kind of like grabs your hand as you're about to push.
I'll
And then-
stop and my eyes will glow.
Okay. Oh, just dear. And he kind of like open the door for you. Please go inside.
Right. I want to see if I recognise anyone in here. That I've seen
So as soon as you go inside, you see it is a really nice courtroom. This one, as opposed to other places that you've been know. This is the one in Northwood. Is really really nice. It has like really cool like sofas for waiting and whatnot. There's a central big area, and then there are like separate rooms with different name tags on top of them. And at the far end, there is a really nice mahogany massive desk, kind of like a reception with two people there behind. And then on one side, sitting in the waiting area, so there are two people there like just writing behind the desk. On one side sitting, waiting, you notice the three watch people.
Oh, immediately walk over to them. You!
Here we go. Why don't you call the magistrate? This is the guy we're telling him about. And they all stand up and look at you. So we did what you asked. We sent the bodies away, and also we discovered something really interesting going on
Yes,
in your
where?
basement.
In the basement.
Yes.
Yes. What else did I tell you to do?
Look, we are doing our job.
What else did I tell you to
We
do?
went to the crime scene,
Yes.
and we investigate everything,
No,
especially basements.
there is no crime scene. We told you.
Oh yes, there
to
was a
collect
crime scene. Some
bodies.
people got killed.
Yes. It's greyhound business.
The woman, the one that had handcuffed you, kind of like leans over to the side. Okay, grey hands. Why don't you explain that to Mr. Rayleigh there?
You better stop laughing.
She gives you like a creepy smile, and from one of the doors with the name tags comes out a guy wearing the classic, what you know is the magistrate robes, which are all like blue, white, and black with the colors of Waterdeep. And he's wearing a wig, and a very fancy wig, and comes over to you. Follow me inside here. Goes back into the room. What do you guys do?
Three. You stay right there. I'll be back.
Oh yeah, of course. We have to wait until we are discharged from the investigation.
And I know where you're posted.
Whoops, we're gonna be waiting here, grey hens.
Good.
Good luck with the magistrate.
I'll go in.
Okay, you go in. You want you guys?
Hi, we all, yeah.
Yeah, you all go in. Okay. You go in, and inside, standing, like sitting next to the wall on the far side, there's another one of those guards, Harbour, like resting, and then there's another one standing on the opposite side, and there's a door leading further away into some kind of private room or something. And the magistrate there sits on the desk, and there are four chairs arranged there, that you can bring forward.
But before we proceed, based on my knowledge, what is their kind of this person I'm talking to now?
The magistrate,
What is their like?
they are kind of okay.
ranking?
Magistrates can give judgment on the spot. They're like Judge Brent.
But who's above them?
Only the masked lords and the open lord of Waterdeep. They are the masked lords and the open lord. So Laeral Silverhand are the only ones that can overrule magistrates. Magistrates are like they are the law.
No.
If they say you broke this law, pay or whatever, or send you to jail or exile or whatever, the word, unless you get the masked lord to vouch for you, it's the law.
Oh bugger!
Sounds to me like you
Get on, lawyer at large. I have this.
Okay.
Beautiful.
Who's the greyhound?
Me?
Why was I not informed there was a safe house? So close in the Greyhound safe house, so close in my district. We have an agreement. We must know of all your dealings.
No one's ever told me I need to tell anyone about our safe house.
Is this a Greyhound's safe house? Sanctioned.
It's just. This is actually just our house.
Well, in that case, since it's not a sanctioned Greyhound's house, you are conducting illegal business with him that I cannot overlook.
Look, this is a very messy situation. As you know, Greyhound business is often.
Is there anyone else like around in the area? Or just this?
Oh, there are the two guards.
Okay, the magistrate and the two guards. Is it?
Yeah.
It's often very messy. And we have people, my team.
This is your team.
Yes.
Except for me, I'm here for my son.
Make a deception check.
With advantage. Why would they think I'm lying?
Before you said it.
Because you are.
11.
Okay. Looks at you. Who's your son?
What's your name now? What's your name?
I'm trying to not laughing. My boy is Jenks. He apparently was taken away by the City Watch.
That's the least important part of the story.
It's the most important part for me. Wrapped up in your mess. Sorry for the outburst.
Why is your...
Because he likes to play with the riffraff that hang around in that tavern.
It's only partly true.
Release the boy. He's being honest anyway. And one of the guards go to the back room, opens it. Boy! And James comes out like super angry. Looks at the magistrate. Super angry, like totally challenging him. Looks at you all.
I'm gonna walk over to him, like to preempt the thing.
When he...
Now, Jenks, your father's here. And give him drag him like a look.
Make a deception check.
I'm trying to look at him sternly.
Yeah.
Like
Okay.
I'm annoyed.
Ooh, 14.
14. Looks.
Now, time to go home with your father.
No. I'm gonna stay and give evidence against you and all your ongoings. But Jenks, you get home now, and we will talk about this later.
Ooh, he figured it out. Okay,
You're in big trouble.
Dad.
Don't talk to me in that tone. You will address me as Mr. Strange.
Yes, Mrs. Strange. And
Now
he
go.
kind of like looks as trying to contain a laughter. Okay, and then walks away. The magistrate at this point is kind of like just printing some paperwork. Looks, he appears not to care that much about this whole thing with this kid. Here are your release papers, Mr. Strange.
Thank you very much. I'm sorry for any trouble he may have caused. Now,
Can we
let's-
go then?
Hmm?
Can we just leave then?
No, I'm afraid we're going to need Elgin as well.
No, you cannot just leave. There are illegal business being conducted in this manner.
What
And since
was...
it's not a sanctioned Grey Hands safe house, which is what I had assumed, because then you get a certain amount of leeway, no matter how little I like it, then we will have to deal with this in a normal fashion, unless you want to call your superiors, of course.
I'd rather, if I have to, but I'd really rather not. If I just explain, you might understand the situation.
Please explain then.
Well, if we're going to explain this, is it okay if the guards step outside the room for a moment?
No,
As you can appreciate, this
it's not
is
okay.
Well, it puts this
Important.
information puts everyone who knows it in
in
danger.
danger. So, and also we don't know who we can trust. We can, I believe we can
These
trust
guys are sworn to secrecy. These are not City Watch. Just talk. Who are you? Are you even Waterdavian?
you. No,
Are you registered?
I think so. What's
What's your name?
Genhorn. I got a badge. That helps.
He will write down a name, Genhorn, from
From
the Emerald Enclave.
got a badge.
I will contact the Enclave. They haven't sent me new information. You people, your factions, do you think you can do whatever you want and not respect the law in this place? Talk, Mr.
I look within Wintergarden.
Mr. Wintergarden. Proceed.
So, if you think this little drug shop is the worst that's going on around here, you're awfully mistaken. You're obviously not blind. You hear things going on in the city. Terrible, terrible things.
I only
Murders.
care about the law.
Gang
and the
warfare.
evidence.
Sorry?
I only care about law and evidence.
Yes, well, we have a whole bunch. We were about to get a whole lot more with
Good.
with what was going on in the
Until
basement.
it reaches my desk, I don't care.
Right. Yes, but now you're in danger of sabotaging the whole operation.
Yep.
Where we can really get the big guys in this city and clean it up.
Unless I get word from someone.
Word from, I
Up
don't know,
there.
Blackstaff. Will she do?
If she vouches for your operation, then doesn't matter how much I like it or not. That's the law of our city. You can do whatever the fuck you want.
If that's all it takes, I will tell her to come talk with you.
No.
Sorry. I'm confused.
Well, what did you say? You say
I said
will-
I'll get her to come
Oh
talk.
no! You said. Oh, he says. I highly doubt that she will do that, but a letter would
Well,
do.
this mission has partly come from her.
You have 24 hours to get me a letter of authorization and consent to sanction the manor on Troskol Alley as a Greyhound safe house.
Wait,
Read the paper.
how private is this document?
Get this signed by the Blackstaff. She will know what to do.
I mean, having a house is a safe house. How private is that document? Who has access to it?
Only me. And
Okay.
my order of magistrates.
All our enemies know where we live anyway. Doesn't matter.
Do
You said you wanted to give evidence against these people. What do you have to say?
I wanted to make sure that sound judgment was passed on them for their roughhousing. Bodies have been found in the streets. That other bar owner as well, they make up to no good.
Actually, he is the real one.
Yeah, I heard he might have killed some people in his bar.
There's been lots of crime rife in that area recently, and I'm just...
The hearse. I have Mr. Brownlee.
My wife was
Fighting my
murdered by a
records.
fireball.
Well, they have 24 hours.
You need to train your child better. Keep him indoors where it's safe.
Are you taking the boy with you then? Is he an asset of the Greyhounds?
Which one?
The one from the basement. The one.
The one with the alchemical equipment. The one that is
Elgin.
working. Yeah.
He is crucial. Unfortunately, he is crucial. Yes, he's an idiot, but he's crucial.
Very well.
If he needs to stay here, then
He can.
If you're running.
If you need 24 hours, he can stay here for 24 hours, and it may not mess things up. But after that, we're in trouble.
For
Picks up the
my,
report. Sorry.
for my assurance and the safety of my neighborhood, what will happen to these people should they not get clearance for their drug antics?
Well, then they'll be judged accordingly.
I hope you fail. Scum like you bringing down Troll Skull Alley.
I'm glad your wife died. She was annoying.
She was annoying.
The magistrate Rayleigh then picks up the report. Let's see, we have here in the report some kind of thing called the Black Antlers operation that the watch believes was going on down there. Is this some kind of code word you're using? I need to know these things. Everything you do, people, I need to know about. That's the deal.
With Millie on the wall.
That sounds like planted evidence to me.
Yeah, that sounds. I mean, to be honest with you, those City Watch, those out there, they've got a bit of an attitude problem.
Write something on the report. Fancy fool bastards. Anyway, I'll bring the boy in. And one of the guards come outside, shouts a word, and you hear another door opening, and then clonk, 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 like metal, like some kind of bar. And then a guard, the guy with the halberd comes back, and then a normal guard comes in into the room with Elgin kind of like grabbing him by the shoulder. There you go.
Those 3 city watchmen out there, and the woman. They will need very harsh words. After the 24-hour period, when we clear this up,
They were doing their job.
no, they didn't follow very specific orders. this.
It wasn't a sanctioned house. They were doing their job, and I
I
am
think we should just
And they put
willing to
themselves in-
vouch for them
Maybe we
with the
should
black
just
stuff if necessary.
go while we're ahead here.
Oh, I know a good city watchman when I see them. They
Look.
look like that. They will give you trouble.
I'm
That's-
getting
that's your wish.
tired of your people antics. Eventually, the balance of power in DC is gonna change. Don't push your luck in the meantime.
Well, if the wrong people get their hands on it, which we're trying to stop.
Just leave my courtroom.
Do you have
Winter
any,
Garden.
We'll fight this someday, right?
Just quickly ask, do you have
Tight
any-
formation.
Do you have any snake tattoos?
Huh?
Do you have any snake tattoos?
Throat? No.
Inside check. Ah shit. Never mind.
Just leave.
If I may, take a
You will be
moment.
called as a witness in
That
case this document is not here on my desk in 24 hours with the proper signatures. Stay in the area. You said you live in Troskolali. What house?
I operate as a cobbler down in the market district. You can find me in Virgin Square.
Virgin Square.
I-
No cobblers there.
No, I fit some of the shoes for the mercenary types.
Okay.
Good business. They walk around more than most.
So, cobbler, strange.
Digby Strange. If you wouldn't mind just to have a moment of your time when the riffraff is out.
Anything else? Okay,
Um,
off you go.
Yep.
I would like to issue a complaint against, I don't know the name, a member of your staff, if you are in jurisdiction of this area. When a fireball struck, and unfortunately killed my wife,
Make a deception.
You know how this works, man. The more you talk, the worse it gets.
there were some officers in the area responding to the situation, and a very
What's the
helpful.
name of your wife?
Her name was Veronica Strange.
Of course it was.
Okay, she was my mistress. Hands in the air.
Make a deception check with disadvantage now. He rolled a 20.
Oh my gosh. 7 again.
Do you know what the punishment is for lying to a magistrate? Doctor Strange.
Well, it seems you found out my true profession. I am a doctor, well played. That was a high insight roll that
Yeah.
you did.
Mr. Strange.
By mistress, I mean.
You found me out. I'm sleeping with your wife.
It would be the cause of fireball.
Very well, I shall do. I shan't waste a moment more of your time with my petty feuds with some of your street officers. It seems that you are too busy for my antics.
Of course.
Call on me if you need me.
Yes, I shall.
Just tap
Check
your heels
out.
3 times.
I shall check up on your business license, Mr. Strange. Cobbler, Virgin Square. Very well.
That's alright. If I'm not there, you can find me having a drink at the bowels of the earth. Great ale. Anyway, good day.
He writes every detail you're talking about. He's just, yeah, okay, sure. And you leave.
Damn, didn't get to put in a good word about Silas. Being racially profiled.
So you walk out. As you all walk out with Elgin and James,
I'm
and
gonna roll
everyone-
my eyes again.
the 3 watch people are looking at you all, and they're like fuming that you're just walking away with the everyone.
So I'm gonna be laughing now, and as I walk past them and say, "Remember, you know where you're posted."
The woman leans in. This is not over.
Certainly not.
Wait. She
Well,
leans back against the wall. Okay, you all come out.
I'm
Elgin and Jane have not said a word
gonna
since.
flicker a copper.
You're gonna flick her a copper. Okay.
That's heads.
She catches it.
And just walk out.
Looks like
Oh, you should.
she's putting in her pouch.
You shouldn't have called that.
Okay, so you all walk out. It was Ted, in case you wanted to know.
That was incredibly successful.
Elgin, as soon as you're out, Cousin,
Shut up, Elgin.
I promise I didn't say a word. I was willing to die there if necessary to protect me, myself, to protect you, our arrangement, our deal, to protect our business.
Why didn't you?
Well, what do you mean? I didn't say a word. I tried to escape, but I used one of my smoke bombs, so they caught me anyway. Because James was there, and I couldn't just leave him alone. Because why did you come to tell me, you stupid kid? Oh dear.
You.
Who is this guy?
You. Right.
Is Jinx's father?
It's my father, all right. Says James.
Listen, how far away is this, little... We're supposed to do a drop tonight, aren't we?
Oh, Silas.
Yeah.
He goes like, like punk. Oh, shit. Yeah, it's you.
Yeah, how long?
Oh, I left a note for you. There's a note hidden. Oh, and I never told you about the hidden place. There's a hidden thing in my desk down there, like a thing, and that's why I left like secret notes for you guys, so you would know about the drop and everything.
Brilliant, yeah.
You never checked the
place
thing.
Well, you didn't tell us.
Yeah, you didn't tell us about
That's your forethought is incredible.
What the hell is this Antlers business about?
What? Oh yeah, someone fucking drew some black antlers in my wardrobe, and everything was messed up. I lost a whole batch trying to sort it out. I don't know what happened. This was before the watch came.
Right? You're the only one that uses the basement?
No, someone went down there, and he never heard of an organization called the Black Antler. So it wasn't. If it's a threat, it's a new threat. You should be on the
What
lookout.
the hell have you done now?
Another
Another one? Another enemy?
I don't know. It was just mass black antlers with charcoal like drawn on the wall.
How the hell did they get in?
How would I know? It's your manor.
Well,
Maybe
what
it's...
about the ghost?
How did they get past the children?
Look, people know about your drug dealing. Davil, Stab.
What do you mean they know? How can they know? I only told like my close associates in the distribution
They've
chain.
tracked it down to this place already, so if there's black
Oh,
antlers
they
being
fucking
worn,
run the mouth, the fuckers.
it's probably a death threat. You're probably in grave danger.
Who the fuck are the Black Antlers?
You're an idiot. You really are an idiot. Boils my blood.
Okay, we need to hire muscle. With all the money I'm gonna make with this drop, we need to hire like permanent muscle mercenaries.
I think you're the one in trouble, right?
No, you are the one in trouble too.
You're
Like
the one with the money.
you got attacked the other day. I heard the screams. Like the people, the bodies that were there is because you got attacked. I had nothing to do with it.
Right, but we're dealing with our issues.
We don't know who they were for.
Okay, well I hire my own security. It's alright.
I don't
James?
want mercenaries
You had no contact with these children ever.
outside the pub. It sends a bad message. Now, what are you going to do about this Black Surf thing? Because they aren't going to sanction you making drugs in the house.
Well, they're going to have to.
I mean,
They're going to have to sign this paper, or we're in big trouble.
you're kicking up a storm. Look, I've got to make that drop. I've got to make these contacts before this whole thing blows up and we lose out everything we invested into this quite ridiculous idea. You need to get that thing signed.
I'll be honest. We haven't we haven't really invested a lot.
We've
Or
got
anything.
the city watch bearing down on the house.
Yeah, but we could just stop what we're doing now and be like, yeah, we thought it was a good idea as part of this investigation.
You are aware that if this thing does not get signed,
Oh no, I understand that, but she can sign it to say that at the time it was okay. That she is aware that we tried to do this, but we now realise it's maybe not the best approach to have taken, and we're gonna stop now.
yeah, that's
I'm sure that'd be fine. But if we say we're going to continue doing it, but ultimately at the moment we've not lost anything from the endeavour so far.
I've potentially, no, I've have lost my cousin to dark depths.
I mean, I think it was only gone.
I might have lost my job.
I don't think
Who knows?
I think it'll be fine. I think you're
Right,
right.
I was never for this
Okay.
operation.
Okay, so when can we stop all this? Because you're going to do something with this whole drugs thing today. Is that it? Are we done with it
Yes.
after that?
Well, that
Do the
gives
drop,
us a
that's it.
lead in, and then I can maybe work that.
Right.
As
Do we
best I
need to
can.
keep doing this after that to get back in?
Well, if this is signed off, typically we can
I don't want to.
go on as long as we want. But I'm still not for it. You should bloody listen to me.
Do you think that the black stuff will be awake at this time? Though?
I'm going there right now, so I'll find out.
What about, well, some of you need to go meet this bloody JB Nevercut as well.
What was that all about?
I don't know, he just left a letter, didn't he?
Oh, is that today?
Meet me at
Um,
the Seven Masks
I
Theatre
can-
for a great business opportunity.
I'll go over away with him if you want. I don't mind.
Do you two want to go handle that?
I can do. I mean, he didn't say. Did he say today? Did he say to be there?
I don't know. Isn't it better if you go to the black stuff? I don't know. Just to make sure.
Didn't you say that,
If you leave him by himself, he's probably going to cause some kind of trouble.
well, better him on his own than all of us?
I don't want to go this time.
Okay.
Unless you want to go to the black stuff.
I don't really like it there. They don't have. It's a bit of a weird place. There's not a lot of plants in there, so.
Yeah, I don't know where you go in.
Can someone remind me who are these drugs for? I need to be on the ball now to get this signed off.
So the original plan was that, according to Elgin, the links that he's selling the drugs to, some dwarf you can mention, I get out my little notebook and my stuff, flicking through it. He was handing over drugs at Seldith Street to a dwarf, and
Yeah,
that
but this job is different.
no, but you said that far down the line the contacts all lead to Xanathus.
Well, but that's the thing. So because I've been trying to get, closer to what the real money is with the Xanatas and not just, one of these intermediaries, the dwarves managed to get me a new address and a new guy.
That's what we're going to today.
Well, yeah, that's. But
Names?
they're only expecting one. So if you want to go, it will have to be you.
Names.
It's got to be me because you might.
I only know an address and a phrase you gotta say at the door.
Which is. It's written
Right.
down.
Yeah, it's in the paper. And
Okay.
Well, I mean, are you going to be alright by yourself?
That'll be fine.
Because you're a bit fucked up. I mean,
No, it's alright. That Stu sorted me out a little bit.
Give me that address, please.
I don't have it. It's in the desk.
Do you remember the address?
Oh wait, we're at the house.
yeah, you're at the house.
What was the dwarf's name?
I didn't get that from him.
Elgin.
The dwarf, I told you, no?
Yes, please.
No, I didn't get his name. Only that he lived at Seldith Street.
Yeah, no. Well, Elgin doesn't know it.
Yeah.
Here's the address.
Hey, like he's expecting one, but maybe you could take Scholar.
oh, okay.
I mean, you can roll if you feel danger. No, you do your thing, but you're hiding from like nearby, whatever.
They're expecting one and more show up, but maybe like there's more than one. Let's not do this.
It's not the worst idea. But you've got to act like a dog.
Right.
Like,
I mean,
don't do anything weird.
What have I ever done anything weird?
I don't mean accusing, I just mean can you... Like you...
I mean, dogs don't really do much. They just
No.
sniff people and eat stuff and pee and poop places.
That could do it. And then if I do get into trouble, you can at least...
Just poop on someone.
I was going to say get out of there and spread the word.
Yeah.
So you'll go see JB Nevercut.
I mean, I can do. We don't have to do that today, but I could do that. Well, what are you doing? Oh,
It's
back
bloody
side.
signed off.
Right. Okay. Yeah, I don't want to do that.
So you're gonna go 4 way. Oh no, you're gonna go together,
Yeah.
and you're gonna go to see Nevercott at the Seven Masks Theatre,
Yeah. Where is that?
the Haberdasher. So the Seven Masks Theatre, I can tell you in a second. Is you know where it is? It is a well-known theatre.
Yeah.
If you'd rather do that, because then the reason I say you have to be a dog is obviously because you'll just literally just be in the scene as a dog, unless you do anything weird and fuck up.
Which he will.
Which I will. So
So it's, yeah, I just mean,
it's up to you whether you want me to do something weird and fuck up or not. That's what I'm saying.
okay,
Basically, he's telling you to fuck off.
maybe it's better if you, we don't know who JB Nevercott is, we don't know that this isn't a trick, so it might be better that you support.
It's on the
Am I still
southwest
gonna be a
corner
dog?
of Snake
No, you
Street,
can be a,
which is
you can be a
pretty
dog
big.
if you want.
I don't know.
You
Well,
can be a cow if you want.
it's been a long
But-
day. I kind of just want to have a nap at this point in time.
You
But
go with
Snake
Nelson just to
Street
make
is
sure that
okay.
JB Nevercott isn't.
up the quay from Dock
No.
Ward. Is that big street?
Okay.
Is
Could
the
be
southwest
marketing
of
or
that
attract.
and Spiderweb Alley.
Oh, it's
Oh
The big house in the southwest.
Haberdashery Peddler Small Wares at Spider Valley.
Yeah.
Don't ask me.
okay.
Is this different from the theatre person?
No, this is the first person.
Right, so you're going then Gentok?
No, I think he's going to go with medicine then.
Are you gonna? Oh, sorry, you're gonna go with medicine to the theater. You're going to the Blackstaff Tower, and they're like, okay, let's see what we do first. Let's start with you two guys first, medicine and Gentok. Oh no, sorry, Gentok.
Same.
Who goes giant weasel? That'd be fun.
So the Seven Masks Theatre is it's like this grand plush cover in carpets and ornately decorated. There are faint scents of different types of incense. It's quite a big building, and you know that it can get it's quite big, so you can get like a really big crowd here. You might have been here once, maybe or twice with your what's the name? Sorry, 1 second. No, with I can't remember.
Otto?
Yeah, with Otto. Yeah. You might have come a couple of times here, Otto, to see some kind of play, and you can know nothing about it. And as soon as you enter, you see it is quite cool because there are like different images of famous people that acted out here. So you see. One second. I'm just gonna describe it.
Why do deception rolls always go badly?
You got Keth.
Yeah. That's not +3.
Because you're not. Isn't it? What level's 13 when you get that?
Because you tried to.
Like perfect skill, what it was called.
Oh yeah. Treat any roll under 10. That's the only things you're proficient in though. Not proficient in stuff.
Basically,
Right
if you're not really good, don't keep trying to advance.
Yeah, but you never know when that
It's,
20 is
ne-
going to
it's,
pop up.
it's never one roll.
Yeah.
I just wanted to put in a good word and try and get Silas's name cleared.
You would have just dropped his name in it, and now it's like, I hate this guy, and he's the Silas guy. I hate him too.
So you see, many performers of note have trod the stage of this theatre, and there are portraits of the most famous ones along the wall. You see a guy with like big bushy eyebrows and long beard, serious expression, kind of like looking all serious. You see another portrait of, they all have like a plaque that details some story underneath. There is another one of a guy that you would probably know about, an orator very famous called Pharos Forkton of Baldur's Gate. An old man looking smart in like university scholar robes. And there is one that catches your eye because there is what appears to be a guy mounted on some kind of Pegasus soaring across the sky on a jungle landscape and a ruined city in the background. And there's like a plaque.
Can I read that plaque?
You're gonna read that plaque?
Does it say cartel by any chance?
It says, the plaque says, Cartier Grey, Scourge of the Curse. The portrait has the plaque saying, 3rd of Flame Rule, 1490, Day Reckoning. Cartier Grey, also known as the Church of the Curse, performed here during his To Charlton Back Again tour, including fan favorites such as A Night at the Arena, Cat Dammit, Tinder's Last Flight, Bane of the Night Serpent, Me, Myself and Elizabeth, Midsummer Hack's Dream, and finally closing with his autobiographical double act magnus opus, The Man That Saved the World, and With a Little Help of My Friends. Finally coming back on stage by popular demand for the heart-wrenching classics To My Friend Rohan and Born in Heaven.
What a fucking guy.
Yeah.
Wow.
And then the other one that says
Wait, what's dead? What?
the Fable Bard Mintiper Moonsilver. On the 15th of Uktar, 1481, Day Reckoning, Mintiper Moonsilver and his travelling bards performed what's widely regarded as the best show of his famous play, The Night Without Stars, chronicling his perilous journey to the Underdark. And those are like the three big ones, and then you have like smaller portraits of all the people that over the years have performed here. And one interesting thing that you notice is in the lobby, there are also mannequins on display, dressed in fancy costumes, each one representing characters from famous plays. And then you have the ticket booths and the kind of like stairs that lead onto the main area where all the seats are and presumably the stage beyond. And right now, there is no playing or anything, but it is open, so you can buy tickets for other days. It's only the booths that are open.
Should we just ask someone in the booth to see him, or?
Oh yeah, I kind of forgot what we came in here for. So there's no like desk or like that might know where people are.
Well, there's
right,
the ticket
the-
booths.
yeah.
Do you want to ask that one? I'll ask this one.
Yeah, there are two like looking board.
Divide and conquer. Sure.
Okay. Well, hello.
There's a young girl inside, probably 16, 17, something like that. Looks at you. Hello, sir.
Yeah, we've come. Who we come to see?
Well, what do you want to see?
We've come to meet someone.
Meet someone.
Yeah.
Oh, well, the only actors practicing right now. There's no. Who are you here to see?
Who are we here to see?
We're here to see. Excuse me. We're here to see someone. JB never caught.
JB never caught.
The boy. There's also a young boy on your booth, and he's like, oh, never. And you notice there's like a moment of recognition in his face. Oh wait, yes, I think. Oh yes, and she kind of like lean over and starts like shouting across to the other booth. Yeah, it's the haberdasher that brings stuff for the costumes. Yeah. There's. Okay, it's backstage. Well, I will have to accompany. Okay, come with me.
That's
And,
fine. He can come in.
No. It's all right because you can't just go backstage with like someone.
Yeah, we might get lost.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. You might get lost, and also you're
They're
not
not being
allowed.
part of the show, and then we've got other jobs to do as well. So.
Opens the little door to the side. Hey, follow me. The boy starts like leading you. So to the sides you go, and now you see the really nice red tapestry. Not tapestry. What's it called? Upholstery on all the seats, and a really nice stage with a massive, like, silk type curtain, red and really big. And the boy leads. There are two actors there that are kind of like practicing something with two people sitting on the front row, just looking at them and taking notes. And the boy leads you all around, where you have backstage, where you have like different doors, presumably for performers to like change and makeup and whatnot. And goes, I think he's here. Mr. Nevercut, you hear a voice coming from inside. Yes. There are two people here to see you. Maybe I don't know. Well, you here to see for
He sent us a letter.
someone. You send the letter. Oh, okay. Send to me. And he opens the door and boy, yeah, bye. And now you are in a changing room essentially with like really nice, nicely decorated and lots of costumes, mannequins with lots of hanging things, like clothes like strewn across the floor, and there you see a guy, kind of like very fancily dressed, and has a piece of silk across his legs, and he's kind of like taking some measurements and, ha, probably about early 40s, kind of like light white skin, quite bushy eyebrows and a bit of a goatee, and an earring, a piercing, and an earring, and there's a hat nearby, just but you assume it's his, and it's just there. Hello there. How can I help you?
Hello, my name is Ken Horn.
Oh yes.
Vincent, you left us a note that
Yes,
you
I
wanted to see.
did. Yes, I did. Where's the rest?
Yeah, they've got other things to take care of this evening, unfortunately.
Oh, that's so very unfortunate.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Busy
Yeah.
lives.
Well, your note didn't say very much, like if we were supposed to come today or who was
Yeah,
supposed to come.
what kind of what you're really interested in seeing?
Yes, I wasn't very specific, I guess. Okay, well, my name is Jean-Baptiste Nevercott, and I am a haberdasher and a costume maker for this wonderful theatre. I've worked in Berkeley for many years, and I'm also, you see, despite what you could think of like a simple profession like mine, I have powerful friends, and I, make contacts, and I like to think that I live a double life, with the best interest of Waterdeep in my heart, and I've come across a quite interesting piece of information that I think it would be in the best interest of Waterdeep if it came to light, but I cannot. The people I got this information from, the people that kind of like trust me with this type of job, the information cannot be traced back to them. So they gave it to me so I can find some people that with the right skills might be able to, for instance, manage to break into a local broadsheet office and slip the information in a certain publisher desk that will for sure print it because it's so saucy.
Right, but maybe it's just a lie.
No, it's not.
Well-
How would you know that? Because you're going to tell us it, and then we might think you're lying, and then we write on a piece of paper, we take it to the post office, to the broadsheet place. They read it and they think, "Why is this piece of garbage here threatened?"
Oh no, they
even
won't.
read-
Well-
Because the place you're going to take it to, they're going to love to print this.
Why do we want to print it?
Because they are kind of like a rag. With
No, but why do we want to help?
because first of all, I am paying you, and second of all, well, these people like directed me to you. It is not coincidence that I went to you. It's there are certain elements of I have contacts. Volo. Through Volo, Volo has been talking about how his great friends and the manor and the good deed he did by giving you a manor, and then this information travels, and they told me how you rescued like Raw Renair and Floon, which is a good friend, and well, I thought, well, maybe these are the type of people that can do good by Waterdeep, the heroes we need, even if not perhaps the ones we deserve, and in these trying times, we certainly need to band together. Us, the good people of Waterdeep.
I mean, I'm not really so bothered about gold payment if you want something doing. I mean, first of all, we need to know what the information is to make sure it's not going to.
Oh, it's an expose over certain noble families dealing with infernal pacts and rituals.
Castellantis.
They are in the list, yes.
Okay. How about instead of gold? Well, we have. I mean, Niall's always after clothes and stuff, isn't he? So.
Right, but we can buy clothes. with
Yeah, but if
gold.
you can make, he seems like.
I would like some new clothes too.
Because you can make. If we bring you the material, you can make the clothes for us.
You want clothes?
I got some fancy material, and I'm gonna pull out the
Yeah.
sash.
this shift whip.
Yeah.
The moment you put it out, he goes, "Oh, can I?"
You can touch it.
As he gets it, it kind of like shifts almost like incredibly smooth silk, and then he grabs it with the other hand very deftly, like almost creates like a mini bolt. Wonderful. You want something done with this? We can arrange that.
That would be very nice. I think we have to have a fight over who
Throws it
it's
at you, and he goes and flutters in.
I could do the cape as well. I've always wanted a cape.
Well, if that's what you want for payment, then
And
by
also,
all means, I can help you.
But I think, does Niall probably want some silk pajamas?
with like moons on it.
With
Maybe.
moons. You can do some moons, somehow get moons in silk. Apparently it's
I
quite a
don't-
difficult thing to do.
Magic.
I can do pretty much whatever you want.
He was also looking, he's asking around about someone that can make magical clothes or something as well, but...
Well, I mean, I can do. I mean, this piece of cloth that maybe has.
So if you can find anyone that has anything to do with that, that would be useful.
Yes. Well, why don't we start with what I can do, and once we get to know each other a bit better, you see, those kind of contacts are the kind of contacts that are financing me fighting for the common man of Waterdeep.
Yeah.
So I cannot just immediately bring you to them.
Oh no, I appreciate
But
that.
once we've had a few dealings together, maybe I can.
Alright, well let's start with some silk pajamas, a cape, and whatever that is.
Well, we can get that at some point, but first we have to figure out if like we want to do this.
Yeah, what's the information? Well, they said he's already told us
We,
it's
we need to make sure that
exposing
we're
the,
not too busy.
the
We need to-
infernal packs. I mean, I'm pretty happy with that because
That sounds pretty good. But we want to check with our superiors. Go see people like Bogentra and Valindra. For the Black Staff. We got to
Yeah,
check with them and
yeah,
Emic.
Sorry, you mentioned Bogentra. Who else?
Valindra, the Black Staff,
The black stuff.
and then Emic. I was just trying to name drop like he was, and I couldn't think of anyone else.
Okay. So you start name dropping. Like, well, seems that as I was told, you have these powerful friends. Except this Emic person, I don't know who that is.
yeah.
That's for a reason, isn't it?
He's secret undercover. I wish I really told you that, but
The arrested soon.
Well, I mean, here's the thing. Politicians, particularly important ones, such as the ones you are mentioning, of course, there are things they cannot do. And this is where I come into play with my contacts and funders, and where you come into play to pull this off. This is a game for you. It's so easy compared to what you already done.
where's the nearest broadsheet office then?
The nearest what?
Was it the broadsheet office, he said?
Oh yes, it's well no nearest. You need to place this one in the Wazoo. There is a man that works there, Gaxley.
Yep.
You need to go to Gaxley's office in the Wazoo and plant it there.
Okay.
Okay, I'm sure we can do that.
Sounds pretty easy to us.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, we obviously, if you got the note, and then we'll go in.
Of course.
When can we expect the pajamas?
Well, once it's published,
Yeah.
I will deliver your payment to you once I see it in next day printed. Now, if you give me a note with everything you need,
Yeah. Have you got some pen and something to write down?
I mean, can I claim this cloth?
I mean, no one
so-
else has claimed it yet, so
Okay.
I don't really want it. I just want the cake because I thought it
you
looked
will
cool.
have to write down 5 different outfits.
Right, because I don't fully understand how this thing works.
I can imbue this piece of cloth with 5 different outfits, and you can change at will between.
Would it be better for Kev maybe? I don't know.
If you need time,
Yeah, that's true. I mean, maybe just have something that's like a day outfit, a night outfit,
Yeah.
a dining outfit.
you mentioned the Keth person. Yes, where is he? You didn't mention him before. I know about him. I know all about you. I even know how to talk.
Meet some friends or
He's
something.
on an errand of some sort.
Oh, an errand, you say.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Why did you ask?
Well, I want to know where your team is. I mean, I was hoping I could meet you all in person. You are a bit of heroes in the underground hero world,
Well, yeah. But yeah. Right.
and we are now all part of it.
So have you got a pen I can write?
Yeah, sure. I'll write down what you need.
Okay, so silk pajamas. Measurements are roughly kind of measure how big Niall is.
Why don't? Yeah, I will have to actually measure them too. So you should send them over here over the next couple of days.
Yeah. Okay. Oh,
Yeah,
you
but
can just
we'll
come
come.
down.
I can measure you
Do you
guys
want to come
now.
down tomorrow morning to the tavern?
If I'm not here, I will certainly have people that you can just ask
Okay.
to get measurements for Mr. Nevercoat.
Neverwinter.
Nevercoat. This is me.
Oh, that's you. I know. Okay, yeah, with you. Sorry. Yep. There's a
Uh,
lot of nevers going around.
On behalf of, we need a name for you guys. On behalf of,
Potato gang.
I don't think that would work.
Yeah.
You need some more of a, something with a bit of a bite.
The black antlers. That's something pretty cool.
The black antlers.
Yeah.
Okay, we can work with that.
I mean, it doesn't sound like it's in the best fortune, but sure.
The black antlers. Sure. Okay. My
You'd
My
assume the name
contacts-
would already be taken.
my finances will love it. The black antlers. Also, with all this black viper business going around town,
Thunder buddies.
it's suddenly like, very interesting. This will sell well. Yes. So, measurements. And you start taking measurements. Yeah. Yep. Ways. Oh, you are a big guy. You are so easy to measure. On the other hand, so small. So, leave me the shift with. Leave me. I can.
You got the list of names?
Yeah.
Right.
There's a little expose there. Names and activities, and it's gonna be delicious.
And as of a professional courtesy, can I ask if we can read this beforehand? Just
Of course,
We can see.
it will be published the next day.
sure.
Okay.
I get to read it.
Yeah, okay, we'll outside.
It's a pleasure doing business with you.
Yep.
It's a pleasure doing business with you, Black Antlers.
Yep.
Ha!
Okay, it's stuck. Okay, let's go.
Oh, this was a fun trip. Hope the other two had as much fun as we did.
You start walking out. There are some actors and actresses that are coming to look at you, and they are not at all surprised that there is someone backstage. Some of them are like half naked, and they all kind of like they look at you. They particularly with your outfit, and like they give you like a smile of acknowledgement and yeah, you do you, man. That's a great outfit. What are you playing? And they all kind of like scary as you come out of the theatre. So next we'll do, because I think you might be a bit longer. I don't know. Let's do you.
Just like, here are the drugs.
Well, it depends.
I don't want to give anything away, but your character's gonna die.
For the second
So
time.
you reach the Blackstaff Tower.
Maybe you've got one.
Healing potion now.
Well, the one level of the exhaustion as well.
No, combat exhaustion.
Was that combat exhaustion? Oh, okay. Oh yeah, of course, yeah.
And you see there the two soldiers that immediately open the door, and you just walk past.
I look a little deflated.
The what?
I look a little deflated.
Yeah.
I'll walk in.
You walk in. Don't give you a second look. The doors close behind you. You see the familiar stairs that go all the way up.
So I'll walk up, and as I'm walking up, my posture will get slightly better,
Okay.
and I'll be like, confidence. Okay.
As you walk up onto this first floor, the tower is very tall, but you're always on this first floor. You've never gone any more floors. And you see there is Vastra and another person you don't recognize. Appears to be a halfling, middle-aged, kind of like brown skin, unruly, like curly hair, some kind of leather armor, strong, serious face. And they're all kind of looking at the map, and as soon as you come in, without turning around, Vastra says, Winter Garden. And then turns around.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Welcome back.
I didn't mean to interrupt.
It's all right. You would have not let in if interruption was not possible at this time.
Good cards then.
Yes. Tell me anything I need to know about. What do you need?
Were we okay to speak in front of your friend?
Yeah, sure. And the halfling kind of like goes and sits in a chair that is kind of like next to the far wall, and leans down there. He almost appears to melt with those shadows there, but you can still see the silhouette.
I'm awfully sorry to bring this to you, but you're all about the evidence, and so we were in the middle of obtaining wonderful evidence. But currently that operation is halted, and I need you to unhalt it. You just have to sign this bit of paper from the magistrate saying you're backing us.
Backing you.
Yes.
And takes the paper and starts reading. Oh.
It sounds worse than it is.
Well, no, it sounds exactly what it is. You want us to sanction your manor as a safe house.
I wasn't aware we needed to do that anyway.
Well, no, you needn't to do
I
that
was
because
caught off.
you are not to conduct Graham business in your house.
But now it can't be. Now it has to be this.
Because you've been doing some illegal stuff in the basement with some chemical
City Watch.
controlled substances.
City Watch.
Are you really doing this?
Yes. See,
Why?
I've recruited my cousin, who is a genius, and he thought of this scheme.
Make a second.
Yeah, make an assumption check.
That's a plus 0 then. No, minus
Or
1.
minus one.
Minus 1.
And 13.
Wait, when you say recruit, what do you mean? Did you tell your cousin you're a Greyhound and you're just recruiting on behalf of the Greyhounds?
Well, no,
You know that you cannot do that.
No, recruiting to my private team, not as a greyhound, as an assistant.
Okay, yeah, I mean that's a
Someone who, a means to an end.
Yes, it's of course. All Greyhounds have leeway to do
Useful
as
resources.
they please in terms of resources and teams. Yes.
You see potential in people, you take it.
Yes, the only issue is if you, and it's not unheard of, and I might say it's quite common that we tend to deal with morally grey situations and individuals. So this is not out of the ordinary. It is though doing it when you're just a new recruit and without prior permission. Winter Garden, I understand you're
I take full
you're
responsibility.
king.
It was I told him, normally he's a good boy, but he takes after my father. He's always been good with chemicals, so I know that dealing these kind of drugs and
What are these drugs for? Are you? It says here that, as far as they can tell, these are some kind of drugs that they have been discovered amongst many members of the Xanatas.
exactly.
I think we know what they use them for. We don't care. But why are you making them?
Because
How will this aid in your investigation?
it's a way in. It's a step ladder. See, it's basically an alias of ours. Where I'm not Niall of this.
You're gonna use the drug trade to infiltrate the Xanatas guild.
Well, that's just one of our approaches. Yes.
At that,
What's a number
the
of operations?
person sitting on the chair, the halfling, says, "That's actually not a bad idea."
I told you he's a genius.
You see, my friend. He puts on a hat.
It's certainly something that can work.
We've hit a few hurdles, and I've been scratching my head about how to do this, and this is just one potential,
I'm
pathway.
assuming Magistrate Rayleigh will of course try to prosecute you and your team if we don't do
The
this.
magistrate said if you're willing to sign this off, we can proceed, and this won't blow up. If this doesn't proceed, I feel like we'll be in a bit of a danger. 'Cause
Okay, here's the thing. It would be a waste to land your ass in jail, so I'm gonna sign this.
I appreciate that.
But you're now on probation. You can't just look. We have a bad reputation. The
Oh,
Greyhounds.
don't I know? I didn't realise it was this bad before.
Well, because we fix things, but we leave a path of destruction behind us. We don't care for the law. We think we're above it. Blah blah blah. All the usual stuff. And the reason we have a reputation is maybe because we've conducted. The author, not me, has conducted with such contempt for the law in the past. I am trying to change that. So one thing that we cannot do is abuse that power and abuse the special deal we have with the city. And I told you before, I don't want a new recruit to take on the worst aspects of the Greyhounds.
I would take that into consideration.
So,
Take it on board.
you're on probation. That means
It stings.
that next brush with the law you have, you're on your own. You understand?
Is there a good way to deal with city watch? Because I mean, I'm used to being one. I was
Yeah,
never
but
like
you,
that.
I think that's the problem. Once you use that badge, it becomes a bit too easy now.
They make it impossible not to.
Well,
Who do they think they are? Bloody
the
city
watch?
They're not reasonable.
Yes, that's. I'm not gonna argue against that, and that's why sometimes we have to do things the way we do. But you're a new recruit, and if we're trying to change the culture in this organization, we need to start with new recruits.
Yes.
So,
Let me tell you, I'm going to blow this whole thing wide open.
the words you just use, old school Greyhounds, blow it wide
People
open.
forget all the mistakes you
We're
ever
gonna,
made.
we're gonna sort this out and fix it with no one else being none the wiser. That's how we do things now. Black operatives, not flying across the sea, dropping bombs operatives, which is the old way.
How will you restore your reputation if no one knows that you've done these great things? That I've done these great things?
Because we don't do it for ourselves, we don't do it for our own ambitions, we do it for the city.
But if people know you're doing good work, they'll trust you more and they'll stop getting in your bloody way.
No, because sometimes great force is needed, but people want peace and tranquility, and they don't want the destruction that comes when two powers confront each other with great force. It is, you need to understand that people sometimes might even want and accept tyranny if it means they will have peaceful and safe lives. We, on the other hand, won't accept that and will fight it. And then the people have a choice. I accept tyranny and live a peaceful life, or I don't accept it and there is destruction and my family might die. But at least I fought against tyranny. Most people will select this. We, on the other hand, do not negotiate. We select this. The problem is there will be deaths. So we need to somehow make our position more tenable. Winter Garden, stop challenging the Sea Watch, stop getting in trouble. I'll sign this, but next time you're on your own. Probation for a 10-day. No brushes with the law for a 10-day. You'll have no protection, and gives you the paper back.
So, now that the house is considered a safe house,
Yes, the watch will leave you alone.
is there any kind of... It's not just the watch, I was almost killed.
Well,
Right.
other factions in the city we cannot know about.
But is there any kind of protection we can...
You are a
any-
greyhound.
any-
You are your own
any-
protection.
Right.
That's why you're a greyhound.
Right. So I'll come back here with amazing evidence next time. I assure you.
Very well. I'm looking forward to see it.
Okay. I'll deflate a little bit again and walk out.
The halfling from the shadow says, "Good luck down there. Have fun."
Thank you, little man.
Inside check.
And as you start walking down, you hear the very soft footstep of the halfling that comes back to the table.
Okay. And I'm going to walk to the City of the Dead.
How do we?
Silas, you find the note in. Elgan shows you there is a secret compartment in his desk, and as you open it, it slides a tiny like compartment like this big, and inside there's a rolled piece of paper there. Pick it up, and it says to do a drop. You need to take this batch, which is a series of vials, like 10 in total. You need to take it to an estate called the Terrace Estate. It's a row house residence
Wait,
in
the what? Tarrasque?
Terrace, like
Oh.
T-E-R
OCE.
ASSE, Terrace Estate, which is a modest row house residence in the Castle Ward, which is, I will tell you, which is secretly owned by the Xanatar. And there you will have to say the words. There are Xanatar operatives, and they are related to the gladiatorial fights. As far as Elgan knows, people that want to, like noble people that in secret want to go down to see the fights because it's a forbidden sport, but some nobles will pay good money for it. They're all gathered there before they are sent down. It's kind of like the place
Like
in
a
the
holding
castle
tent.
walls, which is a row house where everyone gathers for like a night, a private party, but is to actually get them down, paying good money. And there you will have to say, I heard the Red Hand was hot. And there is a man there that runs the operation that will receive you and pay you for the vials.
Okay. I'll put the vials in my bag. I'll put the note in my bag. I'll get Scholar. And I'll make my way to the castle ward.
Okay, so you get Scholar. Are you going as Silas?
Well, it's been an hour, hasn't it? That's probably my time I use my last thing. So yeah. I'll try and wrap up. Like, put a hood on. Like, cover my face a bit as much as I can.
Okay, so you go there with Scholar. It is late night now at this point. You see when you get there, you see there's like an open front yard, quite big, and kind of like a couple of arches leading to a gallery, outside gallery area that leading to this couple of little fountains adorning the front yard, and then the big double doors. And there you can see two guards posted in each of the archways leading into this big gallery.
I won't hesitate and we'll just like walk up.
Okay. One of the guards look at you. The dog doesn't say anything. You reach the front double doors. There's like double rings, and also like slits over each of the door. What do you do?
Just take up one of the rings and give it a rap against the door.
You see two dark beady eyes, kind of like looking from beyond the slit. What's your business?
Did the note give any indication as to when I say the phrase?
No.
Delivery for residents inside.
What kind of delivery? Food? Supplies?
Supplies.
You see it kind of like doing this, changing the angle, trying to see below.
Just me and my dog. And then I'll take a step. Skulls come.
We are not expecting supplies at this time.
Really? Because I heard that the Red Hand was hot.
The dog. This way, please.
Thank you.
You're walking with Scarlet like. Dog is well behaved. Will stay with you.
Yeah, he's a good boy. He had a bit of a
Okay. No wandering around.
bad morning, so I want to keep him close.
This way, please. And you are led. First, you are in this first area. You see a nice, like kind of like reception, essentially, with carpets and like cupboards all around. There's a window opposite when you enter, and there's this big reception area that has some portraits, and it's all like nicely decorated and really warm with dark wood and really warm colors in the carpets and curtains. It opens to the left to another big area that has a really big table in the middle, and there someone is saying halfling is saying tiefling is blue tiefling is setting what appears to be silver cups in on a silver tray and bottles. He's kind of preparing not a party but drinks for like a meeting, right? With a carafe of old silver and very ornate for important people on a tray. And as soon as he looks at you, the guy comes over, leans in, says something, and the guy goes back and stands next to the door on the inside. He looks at you, Rudolph.
Like looking into a mirror, isn't it?
With a red shift filter, but yes.
Blue shit.
Oh no, so you're sorry. He's blue and you are
Red. Well,
Grey.
no,
you're
yeah,
greyish, red.
Yeah, like
Okay.
was reddish, but have
Yeah.
aged into
Yeah.
sort of grey.
He doesn't look by the way too old. He's on the young side, maybe late 20s. So what brings you here? Are you delivering or taking?
I'm delivering 10 vials.
10 vials. Oh, yeah, we were expecting that. Thank you very much. Please put them here. And he, from one, so the desk has like little drawers all around it, and he takes one of those like wooden thing to hold vials. Like he holds up to 20. Like, bloop, put in, yeah.
Take
My bag
Yeah.
round and put it on the table.
So Elgan gave you like a leather thing that kind of like wraps around, and all the vials go inside.
Yeah, take that out and then just start.
Yep.
Them in.
So you're Elgan.
Yeah. Well,
Uncork's the first you put in. Good stuff as promised. We're very impressed with your work.
thank you. It's,
A deception check, by the way. You said yes.
All I said was yes.
You said, are you Elgan? And you said yes.
What does that do?
It's, 7.
7. Okay. So, how large is the operation? How many suppliers do you have? How many? Who's actually making the stuff? I mean, you're obviously is Elgan an alias? Is Elgan actually the one that makes it? Because you're obviously not Elgan.
yeah, very perceptive. Elgin makes it,
Elgan makes it.
but we're busy upscaling the operation currently, so he's frequently cooking and hired an experienced professional friend to run the drops because if he's not manning the stuff, then business is being lost, isn't it?
Very well. All very sensible.
Yeah.
Open another drawer, takes out, I'll give you now. Promise 200 gold pieces.
Can I get it and then just look like I'm kind of counting it? Does it look like roughly 200?
Yeah.
Yeah. So, what's next then? How do we take this relationship further? If we're looking at growing, obviously you're looking at buying more because.
Who are you?
What do you mean, who am I? I'm the drop. That's all you need to know, but I've got questions from Elgin, and you've got 10 empty slots on this holder, so we want to know if you need these filling.
And also, you know that, and grabs the bag, puts it down.
Puts the money back.
Yeah, puts the money back.
If I was holding the money.
Well, he will try and grab it back.
Oh, I'll move it away.
You should know that it was 100 gold pieces there.
I don't get told, I just get told to take the money.
Make a deception check.
11.
Actually, that would be more. It wouldn't be a deception check because you knew that it was 100. Or oh no,
Unless
because
it-
I discussed. No, Elgin said like you could make like 100 a 10 day.
Yeah, he said you can make 100. I don't know. Unless it was written on the note as in character.
No, it wasn't.
Then
Alright, so you figure at this point that he's becoming a bit uneasy, suspicious about this whole thing. Well, I guess our business down here is cool.
Did he give me
Good.
more money back?
No, he gave you 100.
Okay, so he did give me another bag. Okay, look, I don't mean to offend you. This is my first time doing a drop, I'll be honest with you. Like I say,
And your employer doesn't tell you how much you should expect for the drop.
it's very possible he did. I'm a little bit flustered, I'm not gonna lie. Guards at the door, passcodes, meeting you, this whole place is clearly very fancy, and I am but a working man and an honest man. So, I'm just trying to avoid being,
And yet we look familiar.
well, we all look a bit the same, don't we? It's the horns.
No, I'm talking when I was a kid. Your face. I've been running with Santas a long time.
Well, I've worked bar jobs. We've been around bars in your
Maybe.
youth.
Maybe. Okay. Well, why don't you tell your employer the next time he comes himself? We are eager to meet him. Now that we've given him access to this place, which he apparently was so eager to get to, and he sends someone on his step. Doesn't make any sense.
I don't know what to tell you. He's a busy boy.
He looks around, and you notice, well, there are several doors there, and you notice there are one that is very ornate, and it has the symbol of the circle with the spokes in it. Kind of looks at the door. Where are you gonna go now? I guess we might be seeing each other, or not. Tell Ergon to come next time.
Okay, and who shall I tell him has given him that directive?
Mr. Keln Trigos. Keln, as in, Keln,
Yeah.
Trigos. So Trigos.
T-R-I.
And you notice that he has a symbol of what appears to be some kind of raw religion.
Oh, now I roll well. For the religion rolls, what's that, intelligence?
It's at 90.
You notice it has a symbol of Valkur, which is, as far as you can tell, a good deity. It's the patron of sailors, ships, favorable winds, and naval combat, and it is a good aligned deity. Very well.
You get out and see much, do you?
Oh. My lord, yes. I used to, certainly. Well, let's see. There are many types of sea. Some are not on the surface. Be seeing you. He grabs the thing, put the silver tray, and leaves the vials there, and just goes to that door, stands before it.
The one with the spokes.
Yeah, and does like a movement with his head. From another door, from the guard that is next to the door, comes over to you. So,
I want to keep trying to look as long as I can at him by that door.
okay. So you're being led back to the entrance.
Yeah.
Okay.
Just trying to be like keeping an eye.
Yeah. Okay. Make a general intelligence check to see how much you can like see and learn about the whole space.
It's 11.
11. I mean, there are a few things I can detail to you, but the most interesting bit appears to be whatever that door is, and there is a bigger area that opens further back as well, what appears to be some kind of really long table. You can imagine that this is kind of like where they entertain the guests before they're taken to the whatever they contracted for, and it is obviously through that one door, the one that leads to something. And the guy is just standing there looking at you as you go, not doing anything until you're just out of view.
Damn it. So you just talking to the guard. You get a lot of interesting people pass through here, then, do you?
Yeah.
I imagine. Any other doors like that one here? Seems kind of out of place for the rest of the.
That's the only one here.
Interesting.
It is.
Nice little wheel above it.
What was that?
It's got a nice little wheel above it.
Sure.
Yeah.
And he opens the door.
Well, hopefully I'll be seeing much more of you, pleasant people.
Yeah, sure. If you can afford it,
If I'm
you are always invited to come for the games.
if I'm not doing a delivery, how much is it to get in and on the games? You know, I'm making a pretty penny here, so maybe I'd look to spend some of that money.
I have it. I cannot say. Okay, let's say I tell you now because he's happy to tell you. But I just don't want to scroll.
Yeah, that's fine.
I have so much open right now. But yeah, he will tell you what it costs.
And I just turn up and pay on the door, is it?
Well, preferably you send. Well, this is how nomads do it. They send a courier with the payment, the name, and the date of their interest, and they get put on a list. It's better to do it that way because otherwise, if you just show up on
That's
any
a bit
given day,
suspicious. I already got a grilling. It's first day on the job. Really unpleasant. But well, if I'm looking to lose a bit of coin, I'll be happy to come back.
of course you do. It's very good fun, my friend. Very good fun.
Excellent. Well, thank you. Can I get your name? Sorry, just
No,
not even a nickname.
no. Dorman will work.
Dorman. Greg Dorman.
Yeah, Great Dorman will work.
Um,
Best Dorman.
I'll try and remember roughly his voice
Yeah.
and his face.
Okay. Make another. Make another intelligence or wisdom. It's really more like wisdom, probably. Make a wisdom check.
Natural 20.
Okay. You commit it to memory.
Roll the dice at the same time and roll a natural one.
That red dice is so broke.
It rolled the 1 earlier.
Yeah, I know. But it's either 1 or 20.
It's like all or nothing. Okay. You walk out. The guards are there, kind of like chilling. What do you do?
I'll just-
Scholar is following you.
Yeah, I'll just leave and head home, I
Okay.
suppose. I'm not gonna fuck around in that place on my own.
Yeah, with no spell slots.
Don't
So you suddenly make your way to the manor, you see of the dead, and you guys were going back to
We're going to go to the newspaper place.
to the newspaper place. So you're gonna undertake that mission. Okay, I think it's better if we stop here then.
Yeah,
It is like 10 past or 15 past 9. So we don't like take it much further.
What could go wrong?
But yeah,
Burns down.
next week we'll have Kath again. I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. And some people watch this. Hope you enjoy that. And 16th episode of the Weave. We'll see where this goes. You have to infiltrate a newspaper publisher office. You just made a drag drop, and
We got
Niall
we
is
got an official.
on probation.
Last time how?
You're basically probation for the Greyhounds is you're on abuse of power probation. Like stop abusing your power for a bit.
Only for a bit. And then
For a bit, yeah, for
fine,
10 days.
Yeah.
Then you can go back to it.
You got caught
We've
using your
only-
power too much.
In terms of time past, it's been less than a 10-day, and you've abused your power.
Every day.
Because we met up on the 3rd of Hammer.
Yeah, but we started on the second.
I mean, he got his badge a few days ago.
True.
Yeah, you had your badge for like 5 days.
Well, you know,
And it's been like once a day. And we're on the way up a Greyhound.
this one wasn't my fault.
So 5 more days to get my shield. Boom.
That's
Well,
that you can't.
Part, yeah, I might not be able to use, but it's fine. It's gonna have some cool paint on it, so
Of an eagle.
that's what's important.
What's paint on it? A unicorn, an eagle, and a
A bear.
Bear, yeah.
Yeah.
I do have a drawing or something. Yeah.
Okay, that was fun. Good luck, guys.
Hopefully it was
See you next week.
Toodles.
Bye.